So welcome back to In the Cut with Ezekiel the Barber. In my last video, I did an unboxing about the WAHL High Viz clipper, a new WAHL clipper. So super excited to get it in. One of the things that I do enjoy about when some of these companies produce clippers is the ability to zero gap your clippers. Not every company, when they design clippers, are going to allow you, when they design the clippers, the ability to zero gap your clippers. Now, zero gapping your clippers is huge. It gets you a closer cut, sometimes too close for comfort. If you over zero gap your clippers, that can definitely be detrimental to your client, put you and your client at a lot of risk, something that you do not want. But if you are a clipper connoisseur, you know what zero gapping is, you know how it works, it's definitely something that's huge. A lot of these companies, WAHL and Endis and other companies now, are giving you these zero gapping capabilities. So I have the new High Viz clipper. This is their zero gapping tools. Now, a lot of the times in previous years when you would get clippers, all you would get is the clippers, some clipper oil, the cord with the clipper. A lot of the times they were not cordless, now they are. So, you know, you get some clipper oil, maybe a brush. I don't even think you got a brush. So, you know, nowadays you're getting zero gapping tools. Sometimes you would have to put them on books and desk and wood and just flat surfaces just to get a good flat surface. Zero gap your clippers. Now we're ready to get those bald fades. Now we're ready to mow that hair down to where it's nice and tight. That's what you're looking for. So to be able to have zero gapping capabilities is huge. Let's get into this actual product. It does come with instructions. So it definitely comes with instructions. They seem pretty simple. So it's pretty straightforward. So basically, they say that you just need this tool with this screw, the screwdriver here, and then basically your own screwdriver. So I just have my own Phillips head screwdriver. So I'm just going to take these two screws off here. So I'm just going to hold this in place so that nothing pops out. There's one screw, then we'll get the other screw out. Okay, bam. So one screw here, another screw here. Okay, so it looks like I have both screws out. I'll just hold both of these blades together. Sometimes these blades separate, so you want to make sure that you hold the top and the bottom blade when you take this off. So hold the top and the bottom blade together. This is what it looks like underneath the hood in the front. One thing about the old school detailers is that whenever you went to zero gap these, for some reason, I've been able to zero gap pretty much any clipper. I don't care if it was a Masters, a old WAHL, a WAHL Detailer, a WAHL Senior. Zero gapping was relatively easy. You would unloosen some screws, put it on the flat surface, screw those screws back, you're good to go. For some reason, these are really good clippers, but they were a little harder for me to... The zero gapping was easy, but putting the assembly back together and the fickle parts that were in there in this actual clipper made it a little bit difficult to actually zero gap and kind of put back together. So for a certain time, I tried to zero gap these clippers and just had the hardest time putting it back together. So I just gave up. Ended up looking at a video on YouTube and definitely found out how to do it. So huge. Was very happy once I got this clipper back. I mean, it literally stepped up the game for my haircuts. That detailed work was just amazing. So this WAHL 5-star detailer, classic. So with that said, this is basically the simplicity of it, which is very attractive to me so far. It looks like it just has two little things and the little motor in there. The motor's very quiet. The clipper's on. You don't really hear it. A little ASMR for you. Okay, so that's what it sounds like. Let's actually get into the zero gapping. So it says just take this out of here like that. Okay, so I've basically just zero gapped the clipper. I didn't like the way that this side was, so when I zero gapped it, I just pretty much unloosened both sides, but this time I gave that left side a little bit more push to see if I can get things to go a little bit more even, and to me it appears that it did. So to get it off, what I like to do is just use a corner of this, stick it kind of under that blade, and then just gently pop it under, and then the blade will pop out. All right, so then you'll grab the clipper as so you have the clipper, so you have this thing right here, and then you have the clipper, you have these two little sticks, and then the motor. All right, so you see the motor turns. So the motor turns this thing right here, and the two grooves sit in those things there. So if you can see those two grooves, that's basically where those two things sit. So you want to line all of that up. So that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of put this right back on, make sure that everything goes in there as it's supposed to, kind of like that, and then just push down. Now you want to hold, obviously you don't want to cut it on like that, so you want to make sure you don't do that, but you want to hold this blade, because this blade wants to kind of pop open, so those little things that you put on are kind of pushing it, the tension bars or whatever. So you want to make sure that you hold that in place, because if you don't, it's going to pop off and you could break the blade. You don't want to do that. So I'm holding it in place really tight. All right. Lining everything up with those screws right there. All right. So all the screw holes. So let's go ahead and grab the screws. So I have one screw. We'll put that on. I'm just going to go ahead and screw one in place just to kind of hold it in place easier for me. So we'll go ahead and screw that in. As you see there, we'll just screw that in. Okay. All right. So we have that screwed in. Boom, so that one's screwed in, and we'll just grab the other screw and then screw that in. Here it is here. The other screw. Okay. And then there it is there. So we have our clipper pretty much zero gapped in pretty much less than 10 minutes. So it depends on how fast you are, how knowledgeable you are. You can do it relatively fast. And this is basically what we have. So this is what you see. Very close. Not over gapping your clippers. Nothing's going over the edges. You don't want to see the cutting blade going over the steel blade. You can hear it changing the speed once the density changes, or it senses density change. Very cool, because that could possibly save you energy in the long run, and your clipper doesn't have to run so hot. And very huge, your clipper doesn't have to run hot. And when it needs that power, it kicks in. When it senses that density change, it starts to work harder. So definitely amazing technology. I like where they're headed. I like the feel. I like the design. Hopefully I love the cut even better. So far so good. All right. Thanks, guys.
Hands steady, got the tools of a knight. Zero gap, the clipper's perfect slice. Edge them lines, make it look precise. Fade so clean, it's like a piece of art. From the nape to the temple, let's restart. Craft with care, every touch, every part. Fresh cut feels playing with the heart. Sharp as blades, let it flow like streams. Every angle tight, fulfilling dreams. Precision work, finest cut will beam. In the chair, sharper than it seems. Clipper buzz hums a calming sound. Line straight past the horizon round. Skills on deck, see the magic bound. Fade so smooth, it's the talk of the town. Fade so clean, it's like a piece of art. From the nape to the temple, let's restart. Craft with care, every touch, every part. Fresh cut feels playing with the heart. Fade so clean, it's like a piece of art. From the nape to the temple, let's restart. Craft with care, every touch, every part. Fresh cut feels playing with the heart. Fade so clean, it's like a piece of art. From the nape to the temple, let's restart. Craft with care, every touch, every part. Fresh cut feels playing with the heart. Sharp as blades, let it flow like streams. Every angle tight, fulfilling dreams. Precision work, finest cut will beam. In the chair, sharper than it seems. Clicker buzz hums a calming sound. Line straight past the horizon round. Skills on deck, see the magic bound. Fade so smooth, it's the talk of the town.